You're now listening to In Spirit Word Podcast with your host, A.A. Cowan. A new anointing for the next generation, powered by the spirit of revival to reawaken God's people. Our hope is to impart all listeners with courage, strength, and hope of purpose for life. Now, here's your host, A.A. Cowan.
It's another day, another word. Welcome to another episode of In Spirit Word Podcast. Today, I have an inspiring topic that resonates with everyone. We'll be discussing the concept of desiring God above all else. I'm your host, A.A. Cowan, and I'm excited to dive deep into this with you. Our desire for God is innate and fundamental to our existence. Whether we realize it or not, as human beings, we crave a deeper purpose and meaning in life. Often we chase after material possessions, fame, or success, thinking they will bring us fulfillment. But deep down, we yearn for something more profound. So what does it mean to desire God above all else? It means prioritizing our relationship with God over any worldly pursuit. It means recognizing that true satisfaction, joy, and contentment can only be found in our connection with God. Now, you might be wondering why it's important to desire God above all else. Well, the answer lies in our purpose as human beings. We were created to have a relationship with our Creator, to experience His love, and to grow spiritually. By placing God at the center of our desires, we align ourselves with our true purpose. When we desire God above all else, it changes our perspective on life. Our priorities shift, and we begin to seek His will and guidance. We develop a sense of peace and contentment, even in the midst of challenges. This doesn't mean that we don't have legitimate desires for other things in life, but rather we understand that they should never take precedence over our relationship with God. One might ask, how can I desire God above all else? Well, it starts with cultivating a deep and personal relationship with Him. This relationship is nurtured through prayer, reading scriptures, spiritual texts, the Bible, and spending time in meditation or reflection. It's about intentionally seeking God's presence in our daily lives. Additionally, desiring God above all else means surrender our will to His. It's about trusting that God knows what is best for us, even when things don't go according to our plans. It involves seeking His guidance and being open to His direction, even if it challenges our comfort zones. When we genuinely desire God above all else, we discover a sense of freedom, peace, and fulfillment that surpasses anything the world has to offer. Our hearts become aligned with our Creator, and His love becomes the driving force behind our actions and decisions. However, it's important to note that desiring God above all else is a journey, not an overnight transformation. We may stumble along the way, but God's love and grace always are available to guide us back on track. The key is to remain persistent, trusting that the desire of our hearts to seek God will lead us closer to Him. As we conclude this episode, I encourage you to reflect on your own desires in life. Are you placing God at the center, or are worldly pursuits consuming your thoughts and energy? Remember that the choice to desire God above all else is a personal one, but it's one that can revolutionize your life. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this episode has inspired you to evaluate your priorities and seek God's presence in all aspects of your life. Until next time, stay connected to your true purpose and desire God above all else. This concludes today's episode. And if you enjoyed this podcast, be sure to subscribe and leave us a review. I would love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, take care.
Thanks for listening to this episode of In Spirit Word Podcast with A.A. Cowan. Please be sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, as well as visit our website at aacowan.org. That's AACOWAN.org. Also, follow us on our social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. See you next time.